Hey guys, how you doing? Alright, I put my pages together and now I'm going to tear them down. And sometimes I do some things to make things fit that some of you might be interested in. Some of you might already know all the ways, and some of you might not. Alright, so basically I probably want everything to be about the size of what this is. At least want my I have 2 signatures for each journal, unless I end up doing 6 journals. I don't know. I either have 3 journals with 2 signatures or 6 journals with 1 signature. We'll see. So I've got some jelly plate prints in here. I think the end pieces, because it's not much I'd be missing on the ends anyway, more like just stuff that I was just trying to cover up the ends, you know. So I'm gonna use my ruler on that, and I think I'm just gonna make myself a little bit of a pocket down here. Take out some of the bulk here. Kind of go at a tiny bit of an angle, which makes me want to go at a tiny bit of an angle on this side. So my pockets look the same on each side. That's just me. It's not a necessary thing. And then just kind of go. One angle's more than the other, but that's okay. Probably doesn't make sense to do the angle on the outside because then you see a little bit of the... That's alright. I can always put something there if I don't like it. Alright, so now that's small enough. More than small enough. Okay. So, I think this will be the size we're working towards here. And that one comes out a little bit, which is okay. Gives it a grungy look. Okay, what's our next page? See, most of these are cut down, and then these full-size pages won't be. So I need to just cut off a little bit on these. Could use my cutter. Honestly, this is faster. Although a clear ruler would be helpful because then I would know if my line is straight or not. But the other way to do that would be to just line it up there. And I only need to cut off just a little bit. Helps if you hold it straight. Because we're not going for perfection here. It's just not a perfect journal. Okay, next page. Don't have to do it this way. I can put all the pages in and see what the next one is that I need to work on. Let's see. Usually that's what I'll do. Although I already know this is a full-size page, and then I'm going to have to tear it down a little bit. I actually prefer to do this. Alright, so do this again. Line it up on a line over here. See, we're crooked over here, so at least we're going to straighten it. I'm going to go to this second line here. 1, 2. Like I said, keeping it straight is helpful. Super helpful. Oh no, is that straight? I can't see. There and there should be. I do wish they had some dark lines going straight up all the way so that I could see. So if anyone's going to make another glass mat, that's what I'm wishing for. That must be the next one because this one definitely needs to be cut down to about the give or take. Alright, so this one I usually will just cut down the sides a little bit. Since it's easier to do it this way, I can use the words to get a straight line for this one. Oh, my picture goes to the end there, so I don't have to make it this short. I just am, because I can. Alright, and then our picture is at the bottom there. We won't be losing much. We don't want to go all the way to the boat, though. Alright, I'm going to come to the top of the words here. Yeah, scissors and cutting board, they take time. This is like fast. super fast. Poor beaver. I'm just gonna get his tail on the other side. I'll figure out the other side when I get there. Alright, music paper is pretty easy. I just go, because it's okay if it's short. It can be shorter, it just can't be taller, you know. Got a little color on this one. It's alright. Works for me. Let's see. Yeah, we're going to lose the page number, but that's alright. Get to keep the name of the song. That works. Could have folded it in too. I just didn't want to. I chose not to. Alright, and then this one, I just take off a little bit off the top, a little bit off the bottom, and then I'll fold in this part, and I'll cut off the, well, it ripped pretty far, but I'm still just gonna, there'll be a rip. Rip off the holes. Now we have a page that fits. That one, oh, this one's just a little on the long side. Might not be as long as the last one was in the middle. So I had to cut it off all the way to the edge of the picture there. We have smaller pages. 3 smaller pages in a row. What was I thinking? Alright, let me move one of these elsewhere. And I do not have a center for this one yet, so I'm going to move this over here. And obviously I did not do all my pages. For some reason, these digitals were not with the other ones, but I will figure something out when I get to that part. Alright, now everything should fit. For the most part. Let's see, what do I have here that's sticking? Oh, that's just the, that's easy. We're not going to lose any of the quilts. Nothing important will get lost on this by tearing some off. Probably tore off more than I needed to, but that's okay. I'm going to go this way with it. And now this one's in the middle. It might be a little bit on the long side. Oh, and we haven't, I'm just going to fold over this page here so I don't lose my, I don't want to lose that cute little boat. Because it's so cute. Alright. Yeah, so if you're new to junk journaling, what happens is the middle pages get stick out more just because they get pushed out in the signature. It's just the nature of pages. It's just what pages do. And when I made my digitals, I tried to make it so that if you had to tear off an edge, you wouldn't be losing too much. You might lose a little bit of flower, maybe a little bit of a tail somewhere, but I made sure not to put any beaks on the edge so that we wouldn't lose any beaks. But I like my animals facing inwards anyway. There we go. Okay, they all fit. Awesome. Next signature. Let's see, this one I think is tall. I want it the same size as the last one was. Maybe this one's alright. Nope, I need to cut off. This one I will cut because it's cardstock. So just about that much. I think that's right. So these are just pages I had made in, yep, that's about right, live that I do on Junk Journal with Penny. And I've got a pocket here. I'm going to try and make this like super slivery. Just want to cut out the bolt. That's why we cut out the middle there and make it a pocket. You think you're doing a sliver and then you open it up and like, okay, that was more than a sliver and not very straight. But if I was smart, I'd wait to make this pocket later in case I want to put a notch in it or ink it or whatever, but oh well. It'll be fine. I wasn't thinking that far ahead. Okay, let's see. That one's a good size. Okay, good. That one's fitting. Alright, now these two here, I wanted to have them stay upright. So if you have book pages that you want to be upright, here's one way to do them. First of all, I don't need them this tall. Make them a little bit shorter only because there's these pictures here and I don't want to cut off the birds. and whatnot. So I just kind of, I tore it up high enough, so just tearing off some words basically. And then I'm going to fold this in as much as I can because these pages are on the long side. And this one I'm going to cut off, right, or fold in. So I'm taking this side here and I folded it over and I'm going to glue it on here, leaving, I'm going to get glue everywhere apparently. So where it's folded, I'm going to come forward just a little bit, just so that this paper doesn't get blocked up in the, she says, I need no glue there too. Make sure there's no glue. So that when I sew it into the signature, it's not too bulky, I guess is why. And I can actually tear him all the way to here. There we go. And he should, I folded them a little bit further this time, so they should fit. I just need to tear off just a tiny bit of this. I mean, I don't need to. If it sticks out a little bit, it's not the end of the world. I mean, if a page sticks out, a page sticks out. No big deal. It's just a journal. Okay, so that one fits, and that one should fit, that one should fit. These ones I always have to cut down. And I like to keep whatever the tree or whatever, and I like to keep the page number. I don't know why, if I can. And then I go in as far as I can without cutting some paint off. How do we do? How did we do? Got a little more for that, but that's alright. Okay. Now we have, it's okay that I like this look with that sticking out there, but I do want to cut off the blue. And I might need to tear the deer just a little bit, but I think the blue might be a little tall too. Yep. And it's like folded like wicked crooked. What the heck? What is going on with this paper? So a little bit off the bottom, a little bit off the sides. Or just the one side, you know. Not the side that's going into the signature, the outside side. Because I also sometimes like if you can see the next page. And these are very eclectic, random eclectic, whatever it is you want to call it. So now I have two signatures that are the same size for the most part. Oh, something's sticking out back here. Mr. Fox, what are we going to do with you, Mr. Fox? Did we do this one? Why did I not do anything? Oh, Mr. Fox just got left behind. What I think I'm going to do with Mr. Fox is I'm going to fold over like this. And will he fit? Do I need to cut him off a little bit? I might need to cut him off a little bit. I won't cut his nose. I won't cut him off despite his nose. Despite his nose? To spite his... I don't know what it is. What's the saying? I don't know. Alright, so there's... Make sure we have room between him and the spine, because we don't want to have a big mess. And then I'm just going to glue this onto the page. And Mr. Weasel, or whatever he is... What is he? Bad Skunk. Mr. Skunk will still show on the folded in part. So if you have a single page, that's one way to put it in. And another way would be just to fold it over and have it go through to the other side. And that would be what my friend Lori calls add a page. Which maybe we'll have that in the next set. Let's see. Who knows what we have? I don't know. Okay, so he's a little smaller than what we probably want to start with. Yeah, he's smaller. So let's start with this one so we can start with the right size, which would be, I need to cut off this just a little bit. So yeah, I just grabbed these cardstock pieces that were from the live I did, where people wanted to know what to do if they didn't have digitals. So I was trying to, kind of make our own digitals in a way. Okay. This one's gonna, I always know these need to get cut down a little. Well, I always know these need to get cut down a little bit because my printer does not cut, I have a clip. Thought I brought it back downstairs. Look, I have a clear ruler, which would make my life so much easier. My son borrowed it, and I put it in the bag and brought it back downstairs. But that doesn't mean a thing, does it? I have like a million clear rulers, but no. But no, none of them are right here, are they? It's alright. I trust this edge better than I trust the other edge. Let's just put it that way. What are you doing, Hallie? Gee, I hope that's Hallie. I don't see Hallie. Y'all heard that noise. Oh, it is Hallie. You scared me. Here you are. Hallie is my cat. That's what that noise in the... There she is. She's going up to her little spot up there by the window. Now you've all seen Hallie today. She doesn't come around much. When she does, it's at her own time and her own desires or whatever. All right. 1, 2, 1, 2. Really wish... I guess I should just... Maybe I'll make myself a washi tape that goes straight up so I just can follow that line every time. Because it's hard to figure out which line is up, and it's a pain. To me, it feels like a pain. Is this where I am? Yes. It is where I am. And I just grabbed some dyed papers that I had. Okay, let's see. I needed to figure out what I wanted to do with them because they are pretty big. Could just fold them in. I might just fold them in. Although, wouldn't lose much of it. Alright, I'm just going to fold them in. And can I fold him in it without losing his... Yes, I can. Alright, I'm going to fold him this way though. Oh, I did lose it. I did. I folded his nose. I'll leave him that way. And I'll leave him that way. Alright. Wait, something's not right. Put them back in. That would be helpful. Alright. Okay. This is when I was doing my papers. There was like a big mark up here. Like when some paint got up there and I wanted to cover it. So I did my leaves all over and then I did my stamp and cut out the leaf and just glued it on there. And I just, I stamped it on one of the digitals. That's why it has words on it. And that's how I covered up that. And there might have been another spot that, yeah, there was some paint got, I mean, it would have been fine for it to show too, because it's grungy, but I don't know. I just decided I wanted to do it that way, I guess. Alright. I'm just going to put a piece of washi tape here. So that way, if you don't have... So if you don't have a glass like this, Matt, with lines, just take some washi tape, put it on your desk or whatever. You know, use your ruler or a T-square to get a nice straight line. And easy peasy. Now you'll be able to make straight lines without having to... Now I'll be able to make straight lines without having to be able to think about it so much. I just gotta line them up with the... Oh, I'm brilliant. Sorry. I've just made my life easier. So much easier. Just line that down there. And then I use the right tape too because there's this little red line, so I can go right inside that little red line and be able to see where I am. Oh, I love it. All right, there's your tip for today. Your extra special tip. And there's the glue tip. Let's put it on the glue. I know you're all just saying, put the glue tip on, lady. I'm really bad at putting the glue tip on. Put the glue tip on. What is that song? I don't know. All right, and then this one, oh, this one's a double page. My other ones were not double pages, so I'm just going to fold this very old book in right on that man's face apparently, and cut off that doggy there. Alright, and this one, like before, I'm tearing. At least this one has lines. It's nice when paper has lines. It makes it so much easier, especially if you know pretty much where you've been tearing it. On the other signatures, don't have to think about it. Apparently I ripped off a thing, but that's okay. I'm just folding this part in. I deviate from what works, right? And I can see that line is fairly close to that, which helps me have a straight line for that. Okay, except it goes this way. Okay, this one I know needs to be cut down a little bit because I had to cut it down a little bit on the last one. There we go. I don't think my last one was as straight as that. And this one I know always, actually I think this one might need to be in a little bit this way too. This is a nice straight line here too. Although I want to go by the bottom so that if I have at least one edge that's straight, that's the edge, whoops, that I want to follow. Alright, and then this one's just going to be all wonky because it is. And that's alright. We're saying it's alright. It's alright. And then sometimes you just have book pages you work with a lot and you kind of know what works. Hey, look, Shell, there's a mullen. That's why I like to leave the words on there. I like kind of knowing what's in there. Now, some people tear off without paying any attention. I can't do that. I have to see what I'm cutting off. Like, I knew I was going to be cutting that off a little bit, but I was okay with it. Alright, let's see. We got a couple things coming out a little farther than I'd like here. This one's easy. Just tear off the bottom. What else? Those, if they come out a little bit, it's kind of a cool look. But then when we get to this side, I'm not loving it. I'm gonna tear just a tiny bit off of this. Am I? Yeah, I am. Because sometimes that's how I get. Well, of course, then I'll get the two signatures together and I'll be like, oh, I could have left that on. The tree, that's the part that I wanted to have in there anyway. The mulberry tree. Alright, this one I want to tear a little bit. But I tore this one with this. Ow! I just rubbed my ruler right against that little piece of... And also, that's why I try not to put my stamps and stuff too close to the edge. Because I never know when I'm going to have to tear off. When I'm, you know, if it's in the middle, I know I might have to tear off an edge. So I try to be aware of that when I'm doing stamping and stuff. Like, there. See, now... he's right on the edge, and I didn't have to lose him. I mean, I lost some of the fun edging on that page. There's still some there. It works. And I'll ink that back up later if I feel like it. Because that's how we roll in the Shire. So, there we go. There's one signature. And now we know this signature needs to end up being about the same size. I already know that one's smaller. So that should be good. This one, alright. This one I'm going to make smaller because I don't want to use that one. I mean, I could. I just don't want to. I'm going to cut off this white part, basically. Okay. I think it's pretty much white. Yeah. I'm going to lose some of this white. Just letting it go. Let it go. Let it go. And how are we on height? We're okay on height. I think I'll leave that on this one. I didn't the last one, but I will on this one. Okay. So I think this one's small enough. Oh, I already know this one's going to have to come in a little bit because it did on the other two or whatever. And since it has that line, that makes it helpful. So that's about where I need to go to. That one's obviously small enough. Okay, I don't know if I want 2 pages that close together. Oh, but then this one apparently has a lot of digitals. Oh my goodness. See, this is, okay, we're going to go up a little bit higher on here. This is what we're going to do. This one's going to be different. I'm going to go all the way up here and keep my header on this one. Whoever's doing this one probably wants their header on there. I don't know. I didn't fold that one over that time. You don't have to do it exactly the same every time. That one's already small enough. Oh, I know this one needs to be cut down. Hey, this book got 2 of these. In the same signature? Yeah, I might have to want them to the other signature. We'll see. Doesn't matter. Nothing matters. Okay. This one. What do I want to do? I got Freddy's Pumpkins. I had him last time too, and I made him a little fold out. He's definitely going to be long. Alright, so I think I can fold into there and still get the pumpkin on there. And this one I'll just tear off. And move some of these things getting in the way. Oh, but then I tear off that little fairy. Oh, we'll just fold her in. No tearing off little fairies. It doesn't work that way. We don't like to tear off fairies. Alright, oh, I'm moving this back here because I realized I had all these digitals like very close together. I don't like that. Don't know why, I just don't. Did I have another page for the middle of this? This is, I keep taking this upside down. Alright, so when I did the ferns in here, they're like that because his ferns were like that. Who said we had to be all original? Let's see. Let's put some mushrooms over here by the squirrel. And let's put frog and toad here. Alright, how are we? It's hard to tell because this one is the wrong size. Alright, so this is my cover on this one. And it's got oranges and blues. Kind of a different blue. What else do I have that could go on the outside? Because that other one is just bugging me. That other one, this one, might end up going in the middle. That's what he might end up doing. Because he's the right color. He's just so short. He's bugging me. Which would be, I guess he'd be okay at short if he wasn't, what's the word that I want? I don't know. I didn't have the right page in there for him to go with, I guess. Alright. Well, if I find... Oh, maybe I'll just use him. So I like him, these two together, so I might just use him. I had him on the front of another one. I had him over there for something else, but once I get ink, I can print him again. I need ink, man. I can't do anything on my computer without... I mean, I can do stuff on my computer, but it's not as good because I can't test print. It's bugging me. But my last ink worked the first time I put it in, and then the next time I put it in, it wouldn't work. And when I called, they said, well, it says your yellow is depleted. And then she thought she had to explain to me how ink worked. Like, this is my first rodeo. I'm like... And wants me to do a hard reset, like I hadn't already done that twice. I'm like, lady, I know what I'm doing. Really, really do. Most of the time. Some of the time. I was fortunate. When computers first started, I actually got... Alright, so my husband's a computer operator, technically. But he works more with servers and stuff. So when it comes to, like... hooking up computers and TV and all that stuff, I do that. He's just not the greatest at it. But I worked for the government, and the staff sergeant, well, he was staff sergeant at the time, he taught me all the things of how to do the things and all the things. I would help him when he would set up new computers in the office and stuff. All right, there we go. Of course, I don't even know if these are going to be 2 signature journals or 1 signature journals, because I was just going to do 1 signature journals, and then I ended up with all these pages. Let's see. You saw these. And then this is the one I did off camera. See if there's anything I did in here that we hadn't seen yet. So far, nothing. Oh, I liked the crow. I wanted the crow. And I didn't want to fold it in half and lose half the crow, so I cut off the bottom and then just did a flip out on that one. And this one, it's an older book. I just had the 1 page, so I just folded it. And now I have this here that I can add a page later. That's what my friend Lori calls an add a page. It's just a piece that sticks out, and you can add something to it later. Might be a page, might be tags. And also have an add a page here. So that was that one. Anything in here interesting? I don't think there was anything else in the back there that was interesting. Folded that over. Thought that was at the back. I guess not. And I did add a couple jelly plates here and there. Why do I feel like I'm upside down? I'm not. Oh, I am up because I am upside down. I was like, something's not right. There we go. Because I liked how this stuck out right here, because the colors were good together. That's okay. See, I was upside down. Now I'm upside right. Cut them down. Oh, and this one, here's Freddy with his pumpkin, and I did that as a flip out. And that one I connected like I did the other ones. But then it was like kind of a gluey mess over here, so I just took a piece of the strip from one of the blues and put it on there to make it a little prettier. Oh, in this page, I messed up so bad on the inside that I just glued these pages together. So there's ways to fix it. If you, like you're stenciling and, oh, like say you drop your stencil in the middle and you just don't like how it looks, you could do that. What else did I do? Another thing I did is, I would just glue some writing space on there. I don't know if I can find it real quick right now. I don't remember which book it's in. That's the problem. It's, let's see. And then one I put, so here I did all the stamping, but then it was so dark you wouldn't be able to write on it. So I just put some writing space in the middle and still have the stamping on the outside. And there's another one somewhere. Couldn't tell you which book. I really think I might do. Oh, remember I covered with the jelly band because I didn't like what it looked like in the middle there. How else can we fix our mistakes? What are all the ways? That's what I do. How can you fix your mistakes or things you don't like how it came out? There's another one where I did the writing space, but I kept it as a pocket. And it won't be on that side. I already know that. Did you guys see it earlier? It was like, it was yellow. Oh, and I think there was, oh, I still need to cover that. Well, I want to. I don't need to, but apparently some water splashed on there. Alright, so this looks like a writing space, but it's also a pocket, so you could, like, hide some journaling back there. So, was there something on there I didn't like? Nope, I just wanted to add color to that page, I guess. But if you had messed up, that would be another, you know, just add some journaling space. So, yeah, I mean, if I could even do, like, a giant 6-signature book, right? That'd be insane. Nobody needs to write about fall that much. Well, then that's the other reason, like, there are about 15 pages, so that makes 30, which makes 60 both sides, and fall is only 90 days. So, I don't know. I don't know if people want a 2-signature one or a 1-signature one. Or I could do one with 2 signatures and 4 with 1 signature, or I don't know. Because I don't even know what I'm going to do for covers yet. That's the thing. they're too big to do the Reader's Digest covers. I was thinking about doing canvas fabric. Or I could do like last year. I did the napkin, but I did that last year. I don't know. Maybe I was thinking doing all the covers the same, but now I don't know. If you have suggestions on what you'd like to see me do for a cover, because I could do 3 different covers, which would totally be fun to try 3 different covers. So, you know, fall journal 3 ways. If I get 3 suggestions, I might. If 3 people say, I want you to see you do this, or I want to see you do the napkin thing. The napkin thing is, Gail has done it, and it's where you glue like 6 layers of napkin. I had 3 of them in my store last year. I could do a mixed media one. I've got book covers that I can cut down, or that would probably be about the right size, that I could paint and do mixed media, all the stamping and all the things. And I do have like duck cloth. And I have canvas too, that I could do a canvas cover. I could do a fabric cover with the envelope. I don't know. See, I could even do single signatures and do 6 different kinds of covers. I don't know. But I need to get them done fairly quickly, because I might want to put a couple in my store. Anyway, look at, they're all like nice and neat and pretty right now. I love it. Are you guys making a fall journal? Let me know in the comments. Yeah. Love you guys. Have a delightful day.